Okay, so on this one, guys, you want to have a right triangle. You want to go out here and think of the a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And is it a right triangle? This one's pretty easy. It's basically true or false. This would be the idea a squared plus b squared equals c squared. C has to be the longest, so that has to be your C has to be your 7. So you're going to go in this one, go 4 squared plus 5 squared equals 7 squared. So messy. And put in the calculator. So what you want to come out here and do is, hold on, dang it. So I got the calculator going. New document, don't try anything crazy. Just do that. Really easy. This is a little easier. Because you can type in there 4 squared plus 5 squared. Is that equal to 7 squared? You press enter. False. You go back over here. And what do you say? False. Question over that one? So this is here, if you want to kind of keywords in this idea, you're going to go with with a right triangle. With a right triangle, circle that one. Come right here, go with a squared plus b squared equals c squared. We'll draw the right triangle if you want. Then put the right angle here. The one across is going to be c. These will be your a's and b's. And this is also known as your longest side, as your hypotenuse. So C is the answer. So when you think of Pythagorean theorem, guys, you want to go with a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And then the one across, the right angle, is your c. These two can be your a and your b, or switch them around in b and a. As long as you set this one up as your c, these two are okay. So let's see how we set this one up. It has to have a squared, so these are out. This looks, well, what's wrong with this one here? That's your C, right? That's out. That one looks like your C is good. This is, again, your C is out. So I'm going to go with letter C. So once you see these kind of questions where there's two lines and they cross, this is your answer right here. Right there, as you put, that's your answer. Your answer is going to be known as your solution. And it's where the lines cross. So this would be at 5 and 20. This would be at 5 miles. You get a charge of $20. So let's look at this one. The trip for 5 miles is greater than $5 greater for 1 and 2. So 5 miles. No, 5 miles are equal. So anything that's greater or less, these two are out. At 5 miles at 20, yes, this is exactly for both of them. So we're going to go with C. It says you cannot determine. No, you can determine. At 5 miles, they're both at the exact same 20 charge. So on this one here, what you want to come out here, once you see these 2 points, what should you think of? This in spreadsheets. Then you go with menu 413. These are your slopes. So this is kind of pretty easy if you think about it. This is a number greater than 1. This one's less than 1, like a decimal point something. And then these are negative. So you kind of, once you get the answer, we can kind of go back and compare the answer choices and see if it's positive, we go with A or C. If it's negative, we go with B or D. And then if it's going to be greater than 1, we go with A. And if it's less than 1, so forth, back and forth like that. Pretty easy, not too bad. So let's go do this in spreadsheet, menu 413. So here we go. On this one, the numbers are 6, 9, and 11, 2. So let's go to the calculator, see what we get. And again, you go to list in spreadsheets. I'm going to go with 6, 9, 11, 2. Come back to this corner here, go to menu, 4, 1, 3. And we go to B, then control this, enter, enter. And so now we know it's a negative, and we also know that it's kind of, like, you know, the idea is it's a greater than 1 as far as the number is bigger on top, so it's going to be like 1 something, 2 something. So we're going to come back over here, and so it's negative A, C are out, This is like point something. This is negative 1 point something. So that's going to be my answer right here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead here, remember the slope, and this is the idea right here. Look at this idea here. It's going to be in the form of y equals mx plus b. M is by the x, and that's going to be your slope. And b is your y-intercept, and that's going to be the number by itself. So we're going to say that number by the x. What's the number by the x? 1/6 is your answer. So again, remember slope of the line, we're going to come out in the form, it's going to have y equals mx plus b. M is your slope, b is your y-intercept. The slope is identified by finding your x, and here's my x. What's the number next to it? That's your m, that's your slope, and the number next to my x here is 1/6, so there it is. So again, which of the following is an equation of the line whose graph is shown in the coordinate plane below? Once you see this, you see these 2 points, and look at the answer choices here. Well, the answer choices are really easy, thank God, and this is for 8th grade. You really don't have them like this. You can have it in the form of y equals mx, which is your slope-intercept form. So once you see these things right here, you should go to List and Spreadsheets, and we go to Menu 413. So on this note here, you see how it's a negative slope. The slope is coming down, so you'd have a y equals some number, negative some number, x. So you got to look for this. These are obviously out. It is crossing to the positive 4, so we'd have some number plus 4. So these two are out, and now listen, look at this, the greater, all right, like the bigger negative, and then I guess a smaller negative, if you want to be more correct. And then this one right here is the what? Point something that's greater than negative 1. So let's come out here and check it out and do this in spreadsheet. It's really easy. So we're going to go with a negative 3, 6. And 6 0. And since I did the last one, I can still just type over it. Negative 3, 6, and 6, 0. So that's going to be, ooh, that's easy. That's a benchmark number from 6th grade. You should know that one as as 2 over 3. Okay, 2 over 3. And now it's a negative 2 over 3. So we're going to have y equals a negative 2 over 3x. And there's my answer. What do you do on this one, guys? Okay, on this one here, definitely it's going to be the rise over the run, the slopes idea. So we're going to come out here and talk about this and just make some mental notes on our head. If we have a line, right, and we do a slope from here to here, we're going to get a slope. I'll tell you that much. But if we go from here to here on the same line, guess what we're going to get? The same slope. How could that be? I'm just going to make up some numbers. Say you go down 4 and then over 2. Wait, let me just get the numbers already to see how many go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then down over 2. So that slope there actually is a negative 6 over 2, which simplifies down to a negative 3 over 1. And let's see what this one is over here. Negative 1, 2, 3. So that's a negative 3, and that's over 1. So again, these two things, same slope, right? Because they have the same line that they're getting their slope from, or the steepness from, you can say. And every fraction that has the same value will always go back and give you, or come back from the same slope, or same line. Let me see, so it's also just under negative 3. So select from the drop-down menus to correctly complete the sentence. The slope of AB, so from here to here, is blank the slope of CD, because the ratio of the vertical change to the horizontal change, which is your slope, circle that, guys, and write the word slope, which is change in y over your change in x, from point A and B, is blank to the ratio of the vertical change to the horizontal change between C and D. So the slope from here to here, basically, and the slope from here are what? The same. So let's see where it comes down. Equal to? Equal to. All right? Because they're still equal to each other. Well, how are they equal to each other? Again, I just told you, this one was negative 6 over 2. and simplify it down to a negative 3 over 1, which they both simplify down to a negative 3. Okay, next one. At the end of the cable is attached to the top of the flagpole, and the other end is attached 6 feet away from the base of the pole. If the height of the flagpole is 12 feet, the height of the flagpole all the way here is 12 feet. Find the length of the cable. Find this length here. So what should I see and what should I think of here? It's going to, so on this one, again, once you see the idea of a triangle there, you want to think of a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And there is my triangle, and come on, pen. Because we have a triangle here. The one across, Joseph, the one across is known as your A, B, or C. Your C, perfect. So you're going to go with a squared plus b squared equals c squared. You do want to come out here and see that it's a right triangle. Your C has to be the one to cable. Luckily, it is standing for cable 2, C. And then these will be 6 squared plus 12 squared. And put it in the calculator and just work this out. And the sky's the limit how you want to approach this one, but I'm going to go ahead and do it and solve. And we'll come see and work on it from there. So we go here to the calculator. I want to add another page. I should have just brand new one. Now go to menu, 3-1. I'm going to go 6 squared plus 12 squared is equal to the c squared, comma c, enter, and it gives me 13.4. So we'll come back over here, 13.4 right there. Awesome. Oops, sorry about this, guys. No. So about 13.4. Perfect, easy. Okay, let's do the last one. So last one here, a rectangular soccer field is 64 meters wide and 100 meters long. So let's just kind of draw this rectangle like this. Okay, the long side will go 100 meters, and then the shorter side will go 64 meters. And on that note there, they went on about the diagonal. Now the cool thing about a rectangle, guess what happens with the corners? The corners are right angles. So with the diagonal here, that's a right triangle. What is the length of the diagonal? So diagonal is this line right here. And we're going to plug that in. The one across is what we're looking for as my C. And we're going to set this one up as 64 squared plus 100 squared equals C squared. And then we should do and solve again. Okay, so now we're going to go 64 and 100, and then we're going to end solve that sucker. We menu 3-1, and we'll go with 64 squared plus 100 squared is equal to c squared, comma c, 118. So we'll come back over here. About 118. Not too bad. Way to go, everybody. Very proud of you.